Welcome to the hottest entertainment blog on the internet today, The A-List. I am your host, Wes Troop, and here at the A-List, we don't throw fatties out of the front row in our studio audience. You know what? Let's see who's in the audience this week. Well, you all look very excited to be here, so let's get cracking then. This week, some of you may know I'm a wrestling fan. Usually don't bring that into the A-list, but one of my favorites, Edge, has had to retire. It's real. He had definitely some more of his career ahead of him. He had a career-threatening injury, and it hit the mainstream media. So some of you who watch the A-List are wrestling fans, so definitely we just want to give a thank you, Edge, out from the A-List. Alright, well, let's go on with some movie news now, or entertainment news. We'll start with 2009 Babe of the Year, Hayden Panettiere. She's got a big movie coming out this weekend, by the way. She said on an interview on Ellen that lots of people, fans and whatnot, will come up and ask her about her sex life. And she thinks it's funny, but, you know, it's sort of odd. Well, all you got to do is ask me. I'll tell you right now how it works. We start off with the Bulgarian Swan Dive, which goes into a Nestle Knockout. And then we finish up with the Paul Bunyan Flapjack. So, you know, that's basically a regular Tuesday night, at least. Then, you know, Wednesday we get into more hardcore stuff. But anyway, you know, she goes down like a cold drink of sarsaparilla. Yeah. Alright, anyway. Wine glass, sarsaparilla, root beer, whatever. Anyway, that was a far stretch. Okay. Now, studio audience, what do you think of that one? Who asked you anyway? Anyway, now it's time for to give a shout out to all my fanboys out there. It's time for Fanboys Are Us. Play your guitars, fanboys, if you have one. I don't know. Anyway, the sarsaparilla's getting to my head, as they call it in the Carousel Progress. Anyway, so we have an update on the Crow remake. Evidently, Bradley Cooper has been rumored to be the frontrunner to play the Crow. Really? I don't know. You guys think that's a good call? I'm not really sure. This is going to be a very interactive Fanboys R Us, by the way. If you're watching and you're a fan of these movies or whatever, definitely write down something. Comment. Something nice, hopefully, about me. You can trash the celebrities all you want, but anyway. We have an Avengers update as well. There was an interview with the man who plays Loki in Thor, and his name is Todd Hiddleston. He strongly hints that Loki will not be the villain in the Avengers. And Mark Ruffalo, who plays the Hulk in the Avengers, has claimed that Hulk will be a hero and not a villain. So there's a couple things for you. Take them for what it's worth. The Amazing Spider-Man. Some news from that studio there. They have sent out a search for they have a casting call for a redhead. Well, Spider-Man Studios, or whatever. I have found a redhead for your casting call. It's a shame for fate, lost her head, a careless man who winds up dead. We have an update on the Superman film. We found out who the villain will be. Michael Shannon, who played in Revolutionary Road and is also in Boardwalk Empire, will be playing General Zod. A lot of people said they like this choice. I actually don't know Michael Shannon, so I'll just take the fanboys' words for it on that one. Fanboys, you'd like to comment? Put it down. Josh Pence has joined the cast of The Dark Knight Rises. no idea who he is either, to play Ra's al Ghul, the role played by Liam Neeson in Batman Begins. He'll be playing him in flashbacks that take place 30 years before the movie takes place. So that means some people are saying it might have to do with Bane. Some people, obviously, Talia al Ghul. We'll see what happens, I guess. What's up with that character coming back? Now, on to some TV news. ABC Network has canceled All My Children and One Life to Live for all you soap fans out there. Anyway, alright, I watch All My Children, but I swear to God I'm straight. Anyway, so that's bad news, and they're replacing it with food shows. Really? You're talking about America, the fattest nation in the world, and you're going to put on nutrition? Really? Come on, people. ABC, you suck. Anyway, now, People magazine has claimed that Jennifer Lopez is the most beautiful woman in the world. While I find Jennifer Lopez mildly attractive. Well, she is, what, 40 or something? Yeah, see, the dogs don't like that. I don't think she's the most beautiful woman in the world. So, people who agree with me, this is why I have my Babe of the Week, and this is why I do the Babe of the Year contest. So I can tell you who's hot, sucker. Anyway, now let's go into my segment, The Reality Report. Oh yeah, baby. We're going to have an intersecting story to tell with American Idol and Dancing with the Stars. Word on the street is that Pia Tascano, who was eliminated last week due to, and had much criticism on that, why she was eliminated, and Mark Ballas went out on a date. Dancer Mark Ballas from Dancing with the Stars. Chris Jericho evidently hooked him up. Jericho, you should have hooked up with me. Anyway, you know, we're tight. They have mutual friends or whatever, so that's what happened. Man is Pia in for a surprise when she realizes, when she finds out Mark Ballas is into dudes. That's going to be heartbreaking. Anyway, let's see. This week on American Idol, speaking of Idol, Paul McDonald was voted off. Oh, Paul. I actually like Paul. But you know what? That means I can't show one of my favorite clips anymore. Oh, what the hell? I still can. Paul, what did you do after you got voted off American Idol? Man, boy, give it a rest. That seems like all you do. Anyway, this week on Dancing with the Stars, Sugar Ray Leonard was sent home against Chelsea Kane in the bottom two, who was the top points getter. Anyway, but Sugar Ray Leonard was well liked, but I guess, you know, he just wasn't good enough. It's time for the box office prediction, the B.O.P. Yeah, baby. Alright, last week I said Hop would be #1 once again. And it was, making me 82 and 25. Well, this week we have two big movies, Rio and Scream 4 opening. My personal favorite would be Scream 4, but I predict that Rio will be #1. You got the 3D factor, you got the factor the kids can see it, and whatever else. So, I'm guessing Rio, #1. So, oh, and speaking of Scream 4, that brings me to my Babe of the Week. Well, you know, Hayden's in that movie, Kristen Bell's in that movie, two winners of the Babe of the Year contest. But the Babe of the Week is going to go to someone who has never been in the Babe of the Year contest, being Emma Roberts. Congratulations, baby. Anyway, I'd rather look at you than your aunt any day. So, alright, peeps, till next week, troop